How many people have cut an apple in half before? Come on, every hand should go up, okay? Seeing if you're awake. What happens as soon as you cut the apple open? It goes brown. Why does it go brown? Because the oxygen in the air, which is toxic, by the way, did you know that? Oxygen keeps you alive, but every breath kills you a little bit. Every day. It starts to react with the now exposed surface of the apple. It starts to oxidize. That's what oxygen does. It oxidizes or rusts the apple. That's what the brown is. It's rusting. And if you leave it there long enough, it'll rot it completely and shrivel it up, won't it? A couple weeks. Right? It's nature's way, okay? So that's what happens. Women, we'll ask the women this. If you have friends coming over for dinner or a barbecue or something and you're doing a fruit tray and you don't want your peaches and apples and pears to look brown and yucky, what do? The lemon juice on them, right? What's in the lemon juice that protects the fruit? Vitamin C. And everybody knows vitamin C is a potent antioxidant. So it stops the oxidation or the rusting or the rotting. Right? That's what happens. Okay. How long does it protect that fruit? 2-3 hours. And then it starts to rust again. How come? Because the vitamin C that you applied to the surface of the fruit gets consumed by the oxygen particles. They come down and the vitamin C neutralizes that one. Here comes another one, neutralize, another one, neutralize, 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 until the vitamin C is exhausted. It's all consumed, it's gone. And now the rotting process resumes, right? Unless you do what? Put on some more lemon juice. Protect it another 2-3 hours, right? Sure. Ladies and gentlemen, what you want to do with your body, because you're rusting and rotting a little bit every day, is you want to squeeze on some human lemon juice. Here it is, right here. This is human lemon juice. You take one of these packs and you squeeze it in the morning, and you take one of these and you squeeze it in at night, so you can coat the tissues of your body and protect them from free radical damage. Oxidation. Okay? It's an interesting concept when you think about it. So how many free radical hits will everybody in this room suffer before midnight tonight? How many? Take a guess. Anybody want to guess millions? Yes. Anybody want to guess billions? Anybody want to guess trillions? About 60 trillion reactions in the cells of your body today. That's a war going on in there. You don't need to foment the war, do you? No, you don't. And so what you want to do is you want to, take care of your body. So we have this machine called a biophotonic scanner. And this little device, which I think we have one here somewhere. Yes, no?
No.
Oh, that's not good. We need a scanner here tonight.
We do, we just haven't got it on back.
It'll be set up in the back. Okay, good. You'll be able to get scanned tonight. If you have a high score on the scanner, which is something more than 40,000 units, okay? If you've got a high score on the scanner, what that means is you have low free radical damage coming out of your body. How do we know that? Because you can measure free radical damage in urine. We've already done all the tests. So we know that if your score is high, the damage coming out is low. If your score is low, what's a low score on the scanner? Let's say it's 19,000. That's about the average score for the average person. 19,000. You know what that means? That means you're a disaster. That's not good. That means you've got really high damage coming out in your urine. Okay? So what you want to do is get your score as high as you can get it, and then keep it there for the rest of your life. That's what you want to do. Why? Because what's the aging process anyway? Nothing more than the cumulative free radical damage that you allow yourself to suffer through the course of your life. And I say allow yourself to suffer because now you're aware that you're doing it to yourself. 5 minutes ago you didn't know, but now you know. So now you can't go through life blissfully trashing yourself anymore, okay? You need to start taking care of yourself, folks. It's all about free radical management. How are you going to manage your free radical damage in your body every day? That's what it's really all about. Okay? If you're a smoker, then you're going to score like 13 or 14,000. Because what you're doing is trashing yourself with the smoke, the cigarettes. Every cigarette is 10 times more free radicals than you normally suffer in a day. Every cigarette. You can see it around their mouth. You can see it around their eyes. Their hair goes gray faster than the normal person. They're just aging faster because they're inflicting huge amounts of additional free radical activity into their body. So these are things to think about. It's really serious stuff. You know, we've tested mothers who breastfeed versus mothers who bottle feed. We scan the baby who's bottle fed, and they're way down there. We scan a baby who's breastfed with a healthy mother within 2,000 points of the mother. Not 20,000 points away from the mother. Okay? This is really important stuff to think about. No one's ever been able to know that until the biophotonic scanner. We have 5 patents on this technology globally. No one else in the world can scan you right here in the palm of your hand and in 90 seconds tell you your antioxidant saturation in the tissue of your body. Not your hair, blood, urine, saliva, all these funky places people have tried to measure nutrition over the years. They're all faulty. But right in the cell, right where the fight has to happen every day, do you have enough protection built in to knock down that free radical damage or not? That's what we, and we alone, can tell people. Okay? It might be the most important technology we have in this company. No one else can do it. Let me tell you a quick story. You want to hear a quick story?
Yep.
Yes.
People love stories, don't they? Quick story. Here's a story. I was living in Salt Lake City, Utah in April of the year 2000. I went down to my office in the basement of that house, and it was like 8 o'clock in the morning. Telephone rings, and on the end of the line is a guy who says his name is Robert McLean. He said, I'm a scientist at the Center for Biomedical Optics at the University of Utah. He said, we've invented a new technology that we know is going to change the world of nutrition forever. He said, we want you to come look at it. Do you guys get phone calls like this? I never do. This was really strange. I said, excuse me, what was your name and where are you calling from? What did you say? He said, no more questions, just come get scanned. Sometimes that's what we need to say to people. No more questions, just come get scanned, right? Okay, and so he invited me to go to the Huntsman Cancer Center. You might have heard that John Huntsman Jr. is going to run for the President of the United States. He's just throwing his hat in the ring right now. That's the son of the billionaire who donated his entire fortune to beat cancer and built this facility. Awesome, awesome facility. Number 3 in the U.S. for cancer treatment. Really up there. I'm impressed they've even got the machine in this place. I go to the 7th floor of the Huntsman Cancer Center the next Thursday for my appointment. I walk down this long hallway to a teeny room on the side, and the first thing I notice is the heat is just pumping out of this room. Why? There's a 4-foot-long blue argon gas laser that's just cranking out the heat. There's a fiber optic wire coming out of the end of the laser, and it's hooked up to a computer. The scientist grabs this fiber, and he puts it up to my hand right here. And he scanned me for the first time. And my score was 48,000. And the 2 scientists looked at each other like, something's wrong. Reboot the computer. They reboot the computer. They scan me the second time. I'm 48,000. The scientist says, let's do that one more time. They scan me the 3rd time. I'm 48,000 again. The other scientist finally says, well, I guess you're really 48,000. I'm thinking 48,000 of what? I don't even know what they're talking about, right? They said, that's the highest score we've ever seen so far on this technology. I was the first civilian in the world to get scanned outside the University of Utah. Pretty interesting, okay? Immediately, they say, what do you eat? Tell us your diet. You know, how many fruits and vegetables and whatnot? I said, I don't know. I eat really well. I really do. But I don't track how many servings. I said, I never go to McDonald's, but I'm not perfect. They said, that's not good enough. You got to tell us exactly. And that's when I reached in my pocket and I pulled out one of these. And I said, all I can tell you guys, I've been swallowing 2 of these packets a day, every day, for the last 8 years in a row. They were really impressed with my compliance. Immediately, they turned their attention to the packet. How many milligrams of this? How many milligrams of that? I said, I don't know how many milligrams of anything are in here. I'm sorry. All I know is I swallow 2 of these every day, and it seems to be doing something. And that's where the whole conversation started, ladies and gentlemen. I stayed for 2 hours because I was really intrigued. I started asking these questions, and I'm not a doctor and I'm not a scientist, but I am, into it enough, and I've been into nutrition for 20 years, so I know enough to be dangerous. And I'm asking these questions that I'm getting what I think are really good answers to. Such good answers that I'm getting really excited. So excited, I don't want the scientists to see how excited I'm getting. Why was I getting so excited? What was the one thing that I could never do for all my customers and distributors who are swallowing this LifePak stuff every day? What could I never do? Prove it. I could never prove to anybody that swallowing my supplements actually did anything in their body. Right? I was like every other vitamin salesman. Well, do you feel something? Well, surely you feel different, don't you? Do you have more energy or something? That's what I had to do, right? Here I'm staring at the very technology that purports to do the one thing that no one's ever been able to do in the entire world of nutrition, and that's prove it. And I'm saying to myself, if these scientists are not lying to me, if they're telling me the truth, and they're really measuring antioxidants in living human tissue in real time, if this is really true, this is huge. Because whatever company gets control of this technology will possess the power to consolidate the whole nutrition world, because they'll be able to prove that their products work, and nobody else will be able to prove anything. They'll be just like they are now. Start to get it? That's why I was so excited. Okay? Nu Skin acquired the global exclusive rights to the biophotonic scanner in 2003. Now we've scanned more than 13 million people worldwide. 13 million scans. We now have the largest nutritional database in the world by a factor of 40 times larger than the next nearest nutritional database. We now know more about human nutrition and epidemiology than any company on the planet, and we continue to build our knowledge base. My score today is between 63 and 65,000 now. I eat exactly the same as I ate with my first scan. I exercise exactly the same as with my first scan. I eat the same way. I supplement the same way. I just take 2 of these a day right here. All right? So what's changed? This has changed. This has gotten better. Because Nu Skin can measure, they can take compounds, new formulas, and feed them to test groups of people and see if they work or not. While our competitors don't even know if their products work, period, let alone be able to improve their products. Do you see what an unfair advantage we have? It's awesome when you think about it. This is an incredible product. Single best-selling supplement in the world right here. Sell more of this than anything, than anybody's, worldwide. And it's getting a lot bigger. Okay? You need to be on this product every day. Why? Because your score's too low. Because you don't eat enough servings of fruits and vegetables. Because you don't grow your own veggies in your own backyard. Because you buy them at a store and they've already been out there for 2 or 3 weeks on the shelf from the time they were picked in the garden. Okay? It's a problem. And even if you're really good at nutrition, you eat great 2 days, 3 days in a row, you blow it the 4th day or the 5th day. You can't quite get enough. This is your insurance policy, folks. You just get on this. And here's another thing that's great. This product is guaranteed to raise your score on that scanner in 60 days. If it doesn't do that, you can get all your money back. Can anybody else make that guarantee? Nope, because they can't measure. Remember this statement. Measurement is the basis of all science. Measurement is the basis of all science. Anybody disagree with that? Hope you don't, because you're wrong if you do. It's true, isn't it? You have to have a measurement tool, or you can't even do science. You can't even do any research unless you can compare one thing to another. So that's why it's so critical. These patents are good for another 12 years. 12 more years worldwide. No one else can do this. So this is an amazing product, you guys. Amazing scanner technology. Sorry I spent so much time on that. We'll just go through these really quick. Journal of American Medical Association says, you know what? You better actually take some supplements. We recommend all adults take a multivitamin daily, right? These are all the other companies that can measure non-invasively. What you want to do is get your score to 50,000 or higher. The highest score we've ever seen in the whole world is 197,000. How many people here are over 20,000? How many are over 30,000? Keep your hands up. How many over 40,000? Keep your hands up. How many over 50,000? How many over 60,000? Wow. How many over 70,000? You got a couple hands? Okay, what are you? 84,000. What are you? What is it? 72. 72. Those are some incredible scores. Healthy people there, okay? That's what you want to do. The problem is most people eat 2 to 3 servings of vegetables a day, and one of those is French fries. That doesn't count. So,